I have a very good feeling about today's game. I feel like I'm going to crush this guy. New chess play 1008. And what is he playing? Is he trying to mirror me, but he's actually playing like the Grop defense or some shit? I mean, I think that's what it's called. This is like a reverse English. No, it's the Dutch. What am I even saying? Okay, I have some Queen C3 ideas. Because now I'm targeting this twice after the knight moves. But this knight is in the way. Okay, so now I guess I have to castle. Why is he opening this bishop up? Does he really want to double fianchetto? I can always push with check. That's like a big advantage. You know what, I'm just going to castle. I'm going to keep things simple. I could also try to play knight d5. Knight d5 looks fine. Because after takes, I have some check. I have some discovered checks. And I could even play bishop to... Okay, this turn... Okay, this is kind of terrible. I lost my discover check. What I was thinking is that if he takes, and I take, he has to move his knight. Right, let's say there. And then I would go here, trying to make a discover check with this nice little fork. Like set up something like this, but now I guess I'm going to take. I guess I can attack his rook. I mean, now he doesn't really want to trade off this bishop because his dark squares would be very weak, so this is not really a play. And my queen is kind of on the other side of where my every single piece is. So I guess it would be smart to bring everything over. I can also play this, because that is pinned. That is actually a nice little idea. Plus my voice is so weird in the morning. Like it's terrible. But I feel like even giving up the bishop, and then maybe attacking me with his rook and just winning this pawn could be the play. I don't think I take here. Or maybe I do. I think that taking is fine. Or maybe it wasn't. Now my light squares are kind of weak, but his dark squares are too, so I guess if he takes with the bishop he kind of loses. Because I have so much pressure and then he has to do so much to hold on. But obviously he doesn't. So now I can start doing some stuff like gaining a tempo with an attack on this bishop to take this pawn. And after he moves, I can always chase his bishop around. I guess that could be a play. Oh, that is just a dick move. Like, honestly, now I'm just going to play this, hanging a pawn, which I definitely saw. But it's not the end of the world, because I can always... If he takes, I can kind of gain a tempo and then take this pawn. But my plan for saving this bishop was to move my queen here, in order to push this pawn twice. Yeah, I can push this pawn twice, and now I'm threatening to escape, right? And if you take, I will take with my queen, and my queen is here, right? So now we are in the same scenario where he takes, but now this... Hell no, I am not pre-moving that. Where those pawns are now staring at each other, so now after you move your bishop I can actually take with a tempo on your queen. Right, that tempo is important, and then I will take the pawn. So this is the only move that kind of saves you. Bishop to f6 say keeps like adds a layer of protection onto this pawn. But he doesn't find it. Cause he kind of sucks. But now I won't be able to take this. But that is fine. Now that his queen is here, I'm actually going to play bishop s4, because if you take, this pawn is kind of weak. And it also opens up this file, which opens up my king. But that's not the whole point. The whole point is that his king is opened up as well, and only my rook can get there in time to actually do some damage. Probably. I have to go here to protect this pawn. But if I manage to... He has to play this. Because now I'm going to give him this check and kind of trade off this rook. So he moves away. How do I infiltrate here? I could play for something like this. Or I could create a pawn break maybe? This pawn break looks fine, to be honest. Because then I'm kind of bringing my queen back, which places this rook as like the first line of offense, and then I can stack them and take this pawn. After I play like something like queen to e5, because then I have 3 pieces pointed at this, and the whole point is that my queen is not in front, so... Or he can play like this. But now I just go here. Have I just sold? Oh, I just lost. No, because this is protected, oh my god. Actually, I'm still clinging on, but now he's threatening something. So I have to play block with my rook. Initially, I didn't want to block with my rook because I didn't want to give up this pawn, and then this pawn, and then this pawn. Nah, man, I'm dead lost. I shouldn't have allowed this check. Now I have to go here because this is not a threat. Yeah, this is just annoying. Okay, let's take some pawns. Maybe give like checks. Okay, how do I win this realistically? Okay, let's slide this rook over to create some breathing space. Huh. I'm just dead lost after he plays. Maybe not this. But yeah, he's just up 2 pawns. And he has like a little fortress, I guess. Because there's no way I am breaking through that. Let's target this. And also get like a pin on this pawn. Because now you cannot save this pawn without moving the rook. Kind of. What is this move? If I take... It feels like a free pawn because I always have this check. And this doesn't really work because I can run. I can either give this check and then force him to block his rook, or I can pin the rook, but I don't want to pin the rook. I want to have an active queen. And then I'm just going to launch my pawn. I also could have pinned this and then try to launch my pawn, but he is just faster. I could also maybe try to go here. I mean, I guess I can go for it. But after this I would just block my queen in. Actually, now I'm kind of blocking my queen in. Oh my god, and he bringed out his rook. That was such a terrible play. Maybe I can kind of flag him. I have to start pushing that pawn. Okay, now he's just winning. Or maybe not. Yeah, but now I'm going to... Can my queen get there? My king can actually get there. But I cannot, because after this, I guess he can just kind of check me with a tempo. I will play this to cut his king off. I think this might be a draw. Simply because of this rook controlling this whole file and this rook being stuck guarding my pawn. Opposition. Okay, let's go here. I don't care about this pawn advancing because you are not moving your king forward and... Actually, I could give this check. Because now I am setting you back. But the whole point was that if you ever push, I can come closer and you cannot bring your king any closer. Okay, I guess I have to take. Oh, this is bad, isn't it? I have to go for this pawn. Now it's a draw. Okay. As long as I'm not getting flagged, this endgame is fine. Okay, let's not hang my rook. Oh, that little bitch is going to flag me now. Okay, I have a little trap. But I cannot get any closer to him for this check to work. I can kind of move it over here. Okay, this is a draw if he gives this check, because then he is pinned. And then he's kind of forced to take. But this is so annoying. I'm about to lose this, by the way. Okay, this is so annoying. Like, he is dead ass trying to flag me. And I'm getting pushed into the corner, how? Okay, so now he cannot continue this mate threat, so he has to give me a check. I have no time. It's such a bitchful play. He's just going to flag me. Like, that is such a loser play. I can survive this. Yes! Oh my god, I forced a draw. Okay, this was actually so stressful. Yeah, so I managed to draw this, and this was your daily chess episode, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye, get out of here.